Okay. Last week, some of you were not here. We went over some more review. Last week we really focused on, I introduced matrices. Who was not here for the review on Friday? Okay, did you guys get the notes from someone?
No. We asked someone.
And they said no?
Yeah, someone didn't. Someone never asked. I did.
Okay. I'm going to move on, and then when there is time, I will go back. Okay? Now remember, so far on the questions, the chapters that you should be looking is lesson 9-6, 12-5, 1-6, 5-5, 7-1, 1-8, 3-5, 6-3, 6-5, 12-2, 9-8, 'Go. Now we're going to go all the way back to chapter 1-1. And look at problem number 5 on page 6. They're going to give you a table, and they're going to ask you to write a rule. Now remember, this is with variables and expressions, and this is dealing with a function table. Remember, every function has one specific rule. You have your input and you have your output. So if you look on page 6 at number 5, it says, the table below shows how the height above the floor of a house of cards depends on the number of levels. So what two things are they comparing?
The levels and the height.
Good, the levels and the height. Since those are the two things they're comparing, that is what's going to become your two labels. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
You have your independent and your dependent. Okay? Then they fill in the chart for you. The number of levels, 2, 3, 4, and N. You're missing variable. Jonathan, stop staring at your hands. And you have the height. Okay? They give you the formula. It's 3.5 times 2 plus 24. Then it's 3.5 times 3 plus 24, and so on. They want you to write the rule. Well, what are you going to replace?
And
So they have 3.5 times 2
yeah, plus 24.
plus 24. And then they have 3.5 times 3 plus 24. What keeps changing?
The number of levels.
Good, the levels or your variable. So if they ask you to write the rule, you're going to write the rule with a variable inside. Does everyone see that? So this would be your answer if you had a multiple choice. 3.5 times n, the variable, or they could give you x, any letter, plus 24. Everyone good? Okay. Now let's go back just want to review one last time. How would they word this? They would ask you to identify, they would give you a table, and then they're going to ask you to read the table and identify what function rule would apply. Okay. So essentially, you're finding the rule. Remember, the rule has to work for every single one. Okay. 596. Now, we reviewed this on Friday, but I just want to review this one last time. System of linear equations and quadratic equations. Okay? Remember, quadratic has to be squared, and quadratic makes what shape? A parabola. Okay? If you notice on 596, they give you 3 types. 2 solutions, meaning how many answers are there? 2. 1 solution means how many answers? 1. No solution means how many answers? 0. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you 2 equations. You are going to set them equal to each other, simplify, set it to 0, factor, and then you're going to plug everything back and solve for the 0 value. Okay? So I'm going to show you an example of one. We did number 8, so let's do number 9 on 599. They have y equals x squared plus 4, y equals 4x. They're both y equals, so you're going to set them equal to each other, or you're going to substitute 4x where you see the y. Rewrite it. Remember, our goal is to get this to be equal to 0 because you now want to factor it out. So how am I going to get rid of this? Subtract.